I was supposed to be away for 3 more days. Just a short work trip I hadn't wanted to take. But duty left me no choice. Work had been overwhelming, and all I could think about was returning to Lisa so we could spend real time together. Things between us had been tense lately, cracks showing where there used to be strength. Still, I told myself it was only a rough spell, something we could push through. Then luck stepped in. I found a cheaper flight that would bring me home an entire day earlier. The idea lit me up inside. I could surprise her, maybe reignite something between us. I pictured her smile, imagined her arms around me, heard the words, "I missed you," playing in my head. For once, I felt hopeful. That feeling carried me off the plane, into the cab, and all the way to our building. But as I got closer, unease started crawling up my spine. The halls were too quiet, heavier somehow. A faint haze of cigarette smoke lingered in the air, something Lisa despised. And behind our door, I caught the low murmur of voices. I froze. Part of me wanted to walk in casually, laugh it off, pretend nothing felt wrong. But the other part, the restless, gnawing part, refused to let go. My hand pushed the door open slowly. The living room was dim, empty except for a stranger's jacket tossed over the sofa. From down the hall came muffled laughter, hushed words, and sounds I couldn't mistake. 2 people tangled together. I crept toward the bedroom. The door was slightly ajar. Through the narrow gap, I saw Lisa, my wife, wrapped around another man, kissing him like she'd forgotten the world outside that bed. My chest went hollow. My pulse hammered in my ears. For a second, I couldn't even process it. Then fury crashed over me. He noticed me first. Panic flashed in his eyes. He shoved Lisa back and tried to slip toward the window. I lunged, grabbed his arm, and yanked him inside. He fought, desperate to flee, but anger gave me strength. Lisa turned white as she realized I caught them. She reached toward me, words spilling from her lips. "It's not what it looks like. We're just friends." I laughed, sharp and bitter. "Friends don't crawl into my bed." Her voice shook, her eyes wet. "Please, I made a mistake. I'm sorry." I shook my head. "That's what you always say." She stepped closer, whispering, "I love you. I don't want to lose you." But I wasn't listening anymore. I dialed 911, my voice steady as I told him I'd caught my wife cheating. Lisa gasped, horrified, as though the call, not the betrayal, was the real disaster. The man fell silent, frozen. The fight drained out of him. When the police arrived, the truth lay bare. They documented everything, statements, photos, evidence. He was charged with trespassing, with violating the sanctity of my home. Lisa stopped her excuses once the officers started asking questions. She said nothing, only stared at the floor. After they left, silence pressing around me. The apartment that once felt safe now felt like a prison. I sat in the living room replaying every moment. Her late nights at work, the girls' outings, the lies I'd swallowed whole. I realized I'd given her trust she didn't deserve. And now, with proof, I couldn't deny the truth anymore. That night, I didn't sleep. I sat awake, sifting through memories, seeing all the red flags I'd brushed aside. It hurt more than I could explain, but beneath the pain, something else formed clarity. I deserved more. Respect, honesty, loyalty. By morning, I wasn't the same man. The one who forgave lies, who believed empty promises. He was gone. In his place stood someone who knew his worth, who wouldn't tolerate betrayal again. Because sometimes the cruelest wounds carve the sharpest lessons. Mine was simple. Trust your gut, speak your truth, and never let another person's lies define your worth.